Today in Grow a Garden in Roblox, I have spent the past 36 minutes since the update dropped. It is now 10:36. I've spent all that time learning the update, going through the systems, reading all the pets, looking at all their abilities, trying to find the way to break this event wide open to make it as easy and as efficient to farm as possible for you. And I may have figured it out. If this sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button, become part of the first 200k OGs on the channel, because we're almost at 200k, and soon you won't be able to. And as always, guys, let's get into the video. This event is much like the Zen event, but I'm warning you right now, there is no Tenshizuru and no Kodama equivalent in this event so far. As such, you can't just have your glimmering Tenshizuru sit there and put a whole bunch of glimmering on, and you don't have your glimmering Kodama to loop the fruits to put glimmering when you pick them up. Those methods don't exist. The only information we have on the glimmering mutation from the glimmering shard is that it has a chance to go on nearby fruit, which means the glimmering mutation from the glimmering shard can fail. I don't suggest using your glimmering shard right now unless they change this to a 100% application, because usually the shards trigger every 20 minutes. And do you want to put a shard on something and have it trigger every 20 minutes with a chance to fail? I don't think the glimmering mutation is the way to do this. Now, the only pet in the new event that does anything with glimmering is the glimmering sprite, and every 12 minutes, she applies glimmering to one fruit. So in the time it takes you to go from event to event every hour, it's going to give you maybe 4 or 5 more glimmering fruits. If you have 8 of these, maybe it's worth it if you can stack them, right? If you really want to farm glimmering fruits, maybe you stack 8 of these and they apply 15 to 20 more glimmerings an hour. That's kind of cool, but not like the old Kodama method, and it's not like the Tenshizuru method. So what do we do know? How do we get as many glimmering stuff as possible to get as many eggs as possible to farm this event like crazy? This is what I see. Take a look over there at my garden. I just spent the past 36 minutes planting it and then used Robux to grow it instantly. Look, you know what you see? You see every single seed shop fruit in the game. Every single one. Starting from the strawberry all the way up to the Romanesco. Because there are 2 ways to infinitely farm this event. This is the fountain power. It asks for one thing. It also has a meter. As you can see, it says 0 out of 100. You have 2 choices here. You can give him the one thing. In this instance, it's a glimmering corn, or you can give him 100 points worth of glimmering fruits. And I believe this is much like the previous methods where a glimmering common fruit is 1 point, all the way up to a glimmering transcendent fruit is like 10 points or something like that. So you could give him a bunch of random stuff if you don't have his requirements or the fountain's requirements, or you can just do the requirements. And I think the requirements might be much, much faster. Example, glimmering corn. Now, I haven't had the glimmering event since this event, and I haven't had it happen since I've planted the garden, but I do have a quick glimmering spray. I'll just throw that on corn to show you that it just skips all 100 points. Boom, it's on the corn. I will carefully loot the correct plant if I can just target it properly. Take the glimmering corn, which has this crazy pinky purple effect, hand it in like this, offer the plant, boom, it's done. You finish tier 1. You make a wish, and then from the wish you choose, I don't really need any of these. I might grab the glimmering radar. You never know when they're useful. And now it needs a glimmering daffodil, but it goes up to 200 power. And that power scales quickly. So your ability to use random plants to just force feed it in here and brute force your way through gets really, really hard as it goes all the way up to level 5. So I suggest trying to do the event properly. If there was a Tenshizuru with glimmering that could put glimmering everywhere around it, or if there was a Kodama with glimmering that can pick up things to put glimmering, I'd say brute force it and just pick up whatever and feed it and don't worry about the requirements. Now I'm going to do the daffodil real quick. Spray this daffodil, pick it up. Obviously, I'll show you how we do this without sprays in a second. Hand in the daffodil like this, offer the plant. Now we're going to talk about how we can speed through this. I want you to look at something. Look at the left hand of my screen. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to zoom in right now. I have 2,000 of these coins. I realized that by going up the tiers of the fountain, you get tens of thousands of coins. You don't even need to buy coins as rewards. You receive tens of thousands of coins as you go from level 1 to level 5. Remember that. I'm going to skip the fairy points and take my egg. Thank you very much. Now, I'm not going to do these requirements. I'm going to use Robux to skip to explain something. You're going to see. Show the tasks. I'm going to use Robux to skip. Okay, we're going to go up to level 3. I'm 59 Robux. I'm doing this for you. I'm spending money for you. Okay. I'm at 2,000 fairy points. I'm going to skip. I'm at 4,400 fairy points. Let's finish it up. Make a wish. Give me the egg. I'm going to do it again. All right. I'm going to show you what's going on here and how we're going to farm this. Show the tasks. Skip it again. Skip it again. I'm at 4,400 points. I'm going to skip it. We're going up to level 4. I'm at 9,000 points. Okay. I'll take my eggs. Thank you. Because I want my eggs. Now, as you can see, glimmering pepper, glimmering burning bud, and glimmering cocoa. The requirements go up crazy. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. This is where things get interesting. I'm up to the final phase now. I'm going to skip it again for you. Spending Robux for you. We're going to skip it again. I go from 9,000 fairy points all the way up to 24,000 fairy points. Why is that important? Let me take my eggs. This time it should be 3 eggs. Oh yeah, 3 eggs. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Out of wishes. Restart. I have 24,000 fairy points. It only wants 7,500. I spend the 7,500 and I'm back to level 1. But you don't have to wait for the hour. You're not waiting for the top of the hour. You can do this over and over and over and over for forever. So long as you have the glimmering plants or the Robux to do this. Now I have extra fairy points. I have 16,517 extra points. What do I do with them? This is where things get really cool. Watch this. Come on over. Come on over. Talk to your fairy godmother. And she says, show me the upgrades. Here is where you make the event work for you. There's no attention zero. There's no Kodama method, but every hour this event can work for you. So what I've been doing is my fairy event right now. I've been leveling it up. It now lasts 13 minutes instead of 10. And I'm sending out 7 fairies instead of 1. So now I'm actually going to make my event last even longer now, up to 14 minutes. So you do the event, you farm this, you get more than enough fairy points to pay for the reset forever. You get more fairy points and you make the fairy event even more and more efficient. We have 2 weeks of this event. On day 1 here, I want you to focus on trying to max these out because this will make life so much better for you farming in this week and next week if you really focus up on trying to do this. The glimmer multiplier. This might be kind of key. Remember how I said you can brute force your way through the fountain by just shoving whatever you want in there to get up to enough 100 points, 200 points? It's better to just give him what he wants. A single glimmering tulip and bam, you save 100 points worth of glimmering fruits. But the glimmer multiplier might make the brute force method better. It might. That actually might be a key to farming it without needing specific plants. Potentially. I haven't done enough testing. I don't have tester access. I'm figuring this out with you. But what I suggest is you go to the Grow a Garden wiki, link in the description, or you go to the Grow a Garden Discord. And by Discord, I mean the Dawn Discord server. And the Dawn Discord server, after it explains the pets, has a specific thing you're going to want to look at. This image right here is showing you each and every single plant that the game needs for glimmering for hand-ins, which is literally one of every single plant in the seed shop. So what I did was I planted one of every plant or a bunch of every plant in the seed shop. Strawberries, blueberries, tulips, all the flowers, the tomatoes, the plants, the apples, the cactuses. And then I came over on this side, I went with the mangoes and the grapes. And I just started planting, even in the rare stuff that has multi-harvest, I planted like 4 or 5 of each, like 4 or 5 grapes and 4 or 5 cacaos and 4 or 5 of pretty much everything. Peppers, etc. Romanesco, burning buds, right? So then on top of every hour, I am now sending out 7 fairies for 14 minutes to populate that thing, allowing me to convert them into this quickly. And the more you power her up, the more you make her send out 7 fairies, 10 fairies, 15 fairies. I don't know where it stops. The event probably is going to last for 20 minutes, 2/3. At 20 minutes, that's 1/3 of the time, those fairies are going to be working for you. Since there is no Kodama and there is no Tanshizuru, this is the most efficient method. Now, in the end game, will having the Glimmer multiplier maxed out and just brute forcing prismatic and transcendent rewards into the thing, is that going to be more efficient? Potentially. I don't have the ability to test that yet. Maybe I'll make a future video 2 or 3 days ago that will tell you guys, max out your glimmering multiplier and put a whole bunch of sugar apples down and just force feed glimmering sugar apples. Maybe that'll be the most efficient method. I don't know yet. Now, if you want to go advanced tactics, if you made it this far into the video, congratulations. We're going to talk about advanced tactics. You guys know the T-Rex, right? You know the T-Rex. Okay? If you have multiple T-Rexes, and you allow the fairies on the top of the tower to do their job, and they add glimmering everywhere. At that point, you look to your T-Rexes and go, get to work, boys. Get to work, boys. Eat one glimmering, spread it to 3 or 4 more, and it just like algae that doubles in the pond, just spreads everywhere. So T-Rexes. You could do the glimmering pixies. You can do 8 glimmering pixies. They apply extra glimmering. That's nice. I think having 8 T-Rexes could just be insane. You could just spread them like crazy. If you want to get even crazier, that big old peacock boy is a 15-second peacock. Every 15 seconds, she reduces the cooldown on, as you can see on my screen, everyone's abilities. Imagine a 15-second peacock with 7 T-Rexes. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I have the exact same thought. It's insane. I might try it. So that's more advanced tips. But honestly, I don't think you're going to need it. I think you're going to be able to farm this event insanely by focusing up, getting it maxed out as good and efficiently as you can, applying glimmering to all of your fruits, starting from the strawberry all the way up like I've done in my garden, and then doing the one-handed, because the one-handed is just so much more efficient. Like, I could hand in 1 glimmering tomato and just finish this tier. And so long as you have the correct glimmering fruits in your garden, there's no limit to the number of times you can go through this, the number of times you can reset this. You can farm this endlessly for forever. Egg-wise, I'm already sitting on, where is it? It's enchanted. I'm already sitting on, I have 20 enchanted eggs already. I already have 20 enchanted eggs. Now, mind you, I used Robux to go through the system like 3 or 4 times just to test it. But only 3 or 4 times in, I'm sitting on 20 eggs. The final one gives you 3 eggs in a shot. You can farm eggs like crazy in this event, guys. You don't even need the Kodama method. You don't even need 10 to 0. Hopefully this video was useful to you. Hopefully it was valuable to you. If it was, go ahead and hit subscribe, guys. Become part of the first 200K OGs on the channel. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.